Hey guys, happy Saturday, um, January 3rd. And I am telling you that all of my leave behinds have just followed me right into 2026. I don't want to admit that, but it's true. I'm not feeling great about today. I'm not feeling great about my financial situation. I'm not feeling great about healthcare. I'm not feeling great about food. I'm not feeling great about the economy. And to wake up, I went to bed yesterday feeling kind of down, right? And to wake up and find that we are invading Venezuela, which is something that I thought that we would do just because it does a couple of things. It it deters our focus away from getting this administration out. This administration is doing several illegal things, but not only illegal things, but they're doing things that are um, causing harm to the American people. And when I say causing harm, it means just that. If there are no jobs out there and you're looking, um, you're going to lose your home. You're going to lose your car insurance, your health insurance, your electricity, your water. There's only so far your savings can take you. Um, no one's planned for this. No one wants this. This is not the way to live. And to think that we took money that we could use to support the people here in America and have given it to other countries. At this very moment, this is not a surprise. It's a surprise that we work so slow in America that we couldn't have stopped this. That's what's surprising. That is what's surprising that we work so slow that we couldn't have stopped this. That we have people that are so money hungry or racist or ignorant that they are in Congress and they are supporting all of this. This is evil, pure and simple. We're not invading Venezuela because Venezuela did something to us. We're invading Venezuela because they have oil. We're also invading Venezuela because if we do, and it's considered a war, this administration says, "Oh, we can't change. There can't be any votes because I'm a wartime president." So you can go and create a manufactured war and stay in office forever. Now, I have a couple of things to say, and I'm going to say this with as much love as I can muster up for you. I have friends from Venezuela, and they say that this is magnificent because they have a disdain for Maduro, and I don't think that disdain is unfounded because just like us, Maduro's taken over the country. But when I ask the same people, "So after he's removed, will you go back?" Lovingly, I didn't say go back to your country. I'm like, "Okay, well," because Venezuela is I've never been, but it's supposedly a beautiful country, and the people that left loved it. They were displaced. But my friends that are from there said, "No, because the people that tried to hurt us, even if he's removed, are still there." Under this administration, even if Maduro's removed, there's no guarantee that you're gonna still be here. my friends that are on asylum from Venezuela. This is wrong to just go into another country, boots on the ground, and this is calculated in a way that it stinks. Like, you knew that this was gonna happen. You knew that we were gonna invade Venezuela. The closer we got to releasing those Epstein files, the the tighter that this administration was boxed in, the more that they called for the DOJ to be impeached, the more that they called for Pete Hegseth to be impeached. We don't have a defense of war or a secretary of war. We have a secretary of defense because we don't go in and start wars. We defend ourselves and defend others from wars. So even the name, the secretary of war, puts us in a whole different league. Now, under the humanitarian, uh, uh, under the number one threats to humanitarian causes is the United States. It used to be, I think, Kim Jong Un, um, Kim Jong Un. I don't remember the others, but the United States has become the number one threat to world peace. You can't make up fictitious wars and then claim that you stopped them. Everything that's been said is a lie. If you're still saying, "But what about Obama?" then you're an idiot. Obama was 2016. 2016. The man inherited the worst recession that we ever had, and he pulled us out of that. Right now, we're going towards the worst recession that we've ever had again. Millions of jobs lost. People over 50, God bless you, because it is not cute out here for any of us. Um, and I don't see it getting better for us at all. I don't I am pro-Israel, but I am not pro giving them billions of dollars when we have people that don't have health care, when we have people that are struggling. I think that in my mind, if Israel can provide free health care, free college education, um, a a stipend for their seniors that allows them to live a life with value once they hit that senior citizen's age. We have gone from the age of 55 of retirement to 65 to retirement. Now they're saying it's 70 to get your full retirement. We put in millions of dollars every year. Most people submit $25,000 a year into Social Security for about 50 years. That's over a million, like $1.3 million. When we get it back, we get something like $15,000 a year, and most of us will live maybe 10 years on that. So where's the other $1 million that we paid into? And then they're saying Social Security is broke. Okay, so what'd you do with the money? Why is it broke? Then we have billions of dollars that are tax breaks for billionaires. That's 1% of our country. Yet those billionaires are manufacturing overseas. Apple has built the entire economy of China almost alone. Like what Apple has contributed to China has increased their economy so big that they're doing better than that. I am disgusted for anyone that can make any type of statement to justify why Donald Trump, who is a convicted uh, felon, who is convicted of sexual abuse, whatever you may wanna call that. Uh, in most countries, it will be called in most states, it would be called rape, and I believe they called it something else where he was, um, where there was sexual, I forgot what it called it, but you can research it yourself and see the difference between the terminology that they used. Um, at the end of the day, it's still unwanted sexual advances, sexual contact with E. Jean Carroll and several other people. There's documentation of Trump, with a 13-year-old girl. There is the the call that Donald put up for the Central Park Five, where he said they all should be killed. There were innocent teen black children. None of them were there. None of them. And right now, what we're seeing is a scared, frightened group of people that have their hands on our nuclear codes, that have their hands on our military, our bombs, our aircraft carriers, our F whatever, fighter jets, and they're allowed to do whatever they want. Now, I am not a military guy, but I will say that Congress is the only one that can declare war, and they have circumvented Congress in all of this. This is a manufactured distraction, a manufactured distraction. Get off of Fox News, get out of your algorithmed uh, get out of whatever you think the DEI has done to you and look at the facts. The facts are there. There are women that have been abused from the age of at least 12, younger than 12 in some cases, but the minimum of 12, right? And they have been trafficked. Matt Gaetz has been accused. Somehow that got thrown on the rug during the Trump administration. Uh, and I don't want to hear about Biden. I don't want to hear about Bush. I don't want to hear about Obama. I want to talk about today. And today the world's on fucking fire. Today the world's on fire. So don't turn around and ask, what about Clinton? Clinton, if he's in those files, should be in jail too. But Barack, if he's in those files, should be in jail too. Biden, if he's in those files, should be in jail too. But you know what? They're not. They're not. He is. So he needs to back the fuck off. We need to get our asses in gear and get this taken care of. There's no way that a black woman, and I'm going to use that term for one time, could sit up there like Pam Bondi in a congressional hearing and say, I don't have time to talk to you. I'm not going to talk to you. They sat Hillary Clinton down for 2.5 hours and she had to answer every question. And she did that in the middle of her political campaign. No crying, no sniveling, no why me, no rude answers. She did it with dignity. She may have raised her eyebrow once or twice, but I don't remember that woman ever coming out of her calm. Ever. During and this is about Trump, it's not about Clinton, but during the debate with Clinton and Trump, he sat every one of Bill Clinton's girlfriends in the front row to throw her off. And that woman remained calm. I'm sure she was boiling inside, but outside she was calm. She dealt with it. She kept going. She didn't cry. She didn't say, "Oh my God, the big baby's making fun of me because my husband's a cheater." And then we have a first lady who was considered classy and beautiful, okay, who was a nude model and was an escort that he met on Epstein's Island. When did this become our norm? When did this become our norm? And I will ask you this, because y'all always want to bring up Barack and Michelle. If Michelle was a nude model and a hooker, would you allow her to have been first lady? Because the reason why I say that is because in order for Barack Obama to walk up those stairs to that White House as a black man, he had to have a squeaky clean background. Squeaky clean. So when you talk about white privilege, that's what we're talking about. Trump can sit there with 3 different babies' mamas, 12 different kids from different people, be a convicted rapist, be a convicted felon, take millions, billions of dollars that we don't know where they've gone to, sold all of our secrets through Doge. What was that? Doge came in the first couple of months, knocked everything out. You guys haven't heard from them since. We paid them billions of dollars. There was no savings, but they got into all of our central systems. That was a commander in chief run hack against our systems. Look at how much money Elon Musk has made since the election. Why is it that we have a White House that has no East Wing, people? Smashed. Rubble. Who's going to pay for that? You and me. Who's getting fucked over right now? You and me. Why did we send $40 million to Argentina, but we could not come up with money for healthcare? We could not come up with money for healthcare. Take a look. Don't listen to me. Take a look at all the benefits of being an Israeli citizen. I've been to Israel many times. Some of my best friends are from Israel. I I um I've lived there for months at a time, not consistently, but a month here, a month there. So I have much love for Israel. But this is my home. This is my home. So as much love as I have for Israel, why would I be sending them billions of dollars and they are living their citizens a better life than our American citizens? They're getting the free university. They're getting the free healthcare. They're getting mandatory maternity leave. They're getting forced vacation time. What are we getting? It's ridiculous. So this invasion into Venezuela is a distraction. And at this point, I'm mad at everybody. Everybody. I'm mad that we cannot get the DOJ to become a real DOJ. It's been stolen from us. It's been hijacked by this administration. And Pam Bondi and uh, Carolyn Levitt both have pictures as children at the Epstein Island. So we don't know what type of grooming they've gone through. I don't feel sorry for them, but I do recognize that they have a loyalty to Donald Trump. But I would too if I was a teenage runaway and he took care of me. I think, I don't know. I don't know. But their loyalty is not to us. Their loyalty is to a man who is evil, a man that says this will be his revenge tour, a man that says he doesn't care. All he needed was one more election. So yeah, you guys can sit there and think that he is the savior, that this is a you know the right wing Christian conservatives think that this is the way to go. This is not. This is bullshit. This is not. If you believe in Jesus, um, his parents were unwed. They were immigrants that had no place to live. He was born in a barn because no one would take him. And you're going to say that immigrants need to leave. But how do you guys know that that little kid named Jesus ain't Jesus? You don't. You don't. Because you don't know what form it's going to come back in if you believe in the Bible. You don't know what what he will look like when he returns. But I tell you this, it ain't going to be Donald Trump if that's who you're praying to. So do not allow, do not allow this moment to confuse you. We, the people, did not ask for a war with Venezuela. We did not ask to bomb a fishing ship off the coast of Venezuela. Even if that wasn't a fishing boat, that, I mean, even if it wasn't a fishing boat, that was a boat that could not have made it to America. So there was no need to bomb it. So in this moment, we are watching the unraveling of our democracy. We are watching our rights being taken away. We are watching people die. We are watching this ain't no fucking good morning. This is a bullshit morning. We are watching people die because they don't have health care. We are watching people not have jobs because, surprise, it wasn't the immigrants that were taking the good jobs. Have you found that good job yet? Have you found it? Because it's not there at all. This is a shit show that needs to be ended, and it can only be ended by us. And I'm not going to sit by and be a silent collaborator. It is about us personally. It is about us personally. Because if you're not affected by this, but you still sit back and watch it happen, and you allow this to happen to your neighbor, Alexi, then it is about you personally. It is about me personally. I watched a woman this morning saying that she wasn't going to live. Why she wasn't going to live? Because she can't have health care. Why can't she have healthcare? Because we gave $40 billion to Argentina instead of giving the $37 billion to the healthcare. We could have paid for healthcare and had another 3 to help the homeless situation or the food situation. So, yes, it is personal because I don't have healthcare right now, and I need life-saving drugs. So that money that he took and gave it to Argentina was money that was supposed to be allocated towards our healthcare fund. So, yes, it is personal. I am 50 something years old and I cannot find a job. Yes, it is personal. It is very personal. I have friends in Los Angeles that are getting stopped, um, in other countries just driving while Hispanic, and they don't know what type of Hispanic you are. 'Cause to them, if you talk with an accent that is Spanish, you are Mexican, and they're putting you back to Mexico. They are putting people in Cuba, in Florida. Cubans are being sent to Mexico. Why? 'Cause Cuba doesn't want them. Cuba doesn't want them. There's a thing called self-hate, Alexi, and that is what I see in Marco Rubio. And Marco Rubio is a person whose parents came here on wet foot, dry foot, which means that they were immigrants that got here from Cuba because America granted them asylum, granted them a safe space. And now that same man is saying, let's send everyone back. Why has he sold his soul? What has he done? So, yes, this is personal, Alexi. It's personal because if you're an immigrant of color, then you're viewed one way. If you're an immigrant that looks like Melania Trump, then you're accepted. And there should not be multiple rules. There should not be different things for different people. So, what I'm saying right now is I have woken up on the wrong side of the bed. My my windows are closed, means I don't wanna be bothered by nobody. And right now, keep your eyes open because what they're doing in this moment, what they're doing in this moment is a distraction. It's to maintain power. There's no reason why we should be boots put boots on the ground in Venezuela. There's no reason for that. And the minute that China responds or somebody else responds, is it like a chance to solve hidden conflicts? Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't I have no clue what you're talking about. What I'm talking about is real life things that need to be solved right now. What I'm talking about is don't lie to me and say we don't have money for healthcare, then send more money to Argentina. What I'm saying is don't say that we have a homeless problem and we can't afford free school and free university in America, yet Israel offers it, yet we send Israel billions of dollars every year, but we don't put that same billions of dollars back into America. The man ran on America first and then bankrupted all of our farmers, and now all soybeans are being purchased from China through Mexico. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. None of it makes sense. And there is nothing that you can say, Alexi, that can say, okay, let's forget about all the pedophile stuff. Let's forget about the rapes. Let's forget about the money laundering. Let's forget about the fact that the Pentagon has given uh, Don Jr.'s company uh, several $100 million. For what? That that Jared Kushner and the Saudis have come up with a $1 billion financial deal that will benefit Jared Kushner and his company. Don't forget that Jared Kushner's father was a fraudster as well, and that's what put him in jail. So when we talk about the welfare, when we talk about the corruption, it's not black people, it's not brown people, it's anyone. It's not even poor people, because we have billionaires taking more money, stealing more money from us on a regular basis, getting contracts that small companies can't get, getting deals made because they can pay for them in advance. Why is it that we continue to have mass shootings? Because there's so much money in our politics that gun lobbyists can fight for that. The NRA, the NRA, we've had multiple shootings in 2026 that have been mass shootings. 2026 is 3 days old. So yeah, there's not a chance to solve hidden conflicts here. The conflict is glaring in your face. The conflict is saying the quiet parts out loud. The conflicts are not in the best interest of the American people. And I'm not talking about the poor American people. I'm not talking about the Black American people. I'm not talking about the Hispanic American people. I'm talking about the average American person. The average American person. So that's it. That's all. Keep your eyes open. Be aware. I'm tired of being the one who sits back and says, okay, I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. No, this is not right. I'm not going to be silent. And the scariest thing you can do right now is to speak your truth. And I'm speaking mine because you know what? I literally have nothing else to lose. That's it. That's all. You guys have a good night.